Hi, this is Isaac. Did you know that I've been working out a lot lately? I'm going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week, which is just crazy for me. And it's just been something in me lately. I feel like I want to become stronger. And there are different models for how you go about doing that. And the major one that I was taught when I was a kid is that you start out as a little bitty fish like this one. Only the fittest shall survive. Look, newcomer, you better listen to the rules of this world. Fight for survival and for food. Only move forward, never back. Evolve and become strong. Are you afraid of it? Not me, man. I'm buff as fuck. The weak and flabby will be easy to defeat, but that ain't me, man. Popped special meat on my first try, you know how it is. All meat is special meat, but some meat is more special than others. Anyway, I learned about growing strong from, from the Japanese culture stuff, from these video games like this one. And, it's all about becoming the guy. It's like, I want to be the guy, right? And how do you become the guy? You endure some harsh training. You get out there. And you kill, and you kill, and you kill, and you kill, and you kill. And people call it experience points in, certain versions of this. The ones that have become perhaps the most successful, but the ones that are the most honest. It's not about, experience. It's not about, having gone through 10, 20, 100 identical battles with faceless mooks, because what are you gonna learn from the first from the 5th one that you didn't learn from the first one? What are you gonna learn from the 100th one that you didn't learn from the first one? I mean, sure, it's muscle memory, but after a certain point, don't you hit on diminishing returns? Nah. This game is all about being strong in the real way, and being strong in the real way is all about devouring your foes until they become too strong for you to devour. And then you must change your body so that you may devour them anew. And that is what we're doing here. So I don't know what it is lately. I just ate a crystal, I guess. And by crystal in this case, I mean the expectations of the world around me and the images that society broadcasts upon me as an adult male human. And I found that I didn't measure up. My hit point level wasn't up to scratch. My agility, my strength, my triglyceride levels are off the fucking charts. Because, of course, raising one of your attributes may decrease another part, or vice versa. And I listened to the rumors that circulate among the cucumbers. Can we just pause for a second and enjoy this? I'm sorry, but is this a great game or is this a fucking great game? Rumors circulate among the cucumbers. The angler's horn attracts enemies because of its great light. Misplaced apostrophe. They say we can't return here if we cross the 3rd volcano in the sea. It's like poetry. It's like a haiku. 1 factoid, 2 factoid. Is there going to be a 3rd yet unrelated factoid? Let's see. It is Gaia's plan to lead the fish to a new world. A new world. Now, what we missed in the exposition that I scrolled through in my haste to tell you about how fucking swole I'm getting these days is that the point of this game is that we start out as a little baby fish, but we are destined to become so much more than that. We must achieve a body that is worthy of Gaia, and we must enter with her into Eden. That's right. In this universe, Eden comes at the end, not at the beginning. It's not something that you fell from. It's not a childhood of unconscious and unmatched, you know, immediacy that you are forever falling away from. Rather, it is a place that you can go to, and that is the joy and the hope of this particular game, that in the slaughter, the endless slaughter of all these intelligent animals, because if you have been paying attention, you notice that they all can talk. These guys are all as self-aware as I am, and I am just noshing on them. There is another kind of salvation, the salvation of having a goal, the salvation of having an endpoint. And what is a goal? It is the rising of certain numbers above other numbers. A goal is when you can finally squat 150. A goal is when you can finally bench 320. A goal is when that you can finally look in the mirror and say, man, there's more muscle than fat on that body. My BMI is no longer in the obesity level. I'm ready to face the world, you know? You might go on your Tumblr and like your gay friend is posting an endless series of pictures of beefy men. Beefy men. Beefy men who can grow all kinds of body hair, which you, because I know you're a little gamer nerd snot. You have barely the downy growth on your upper lip of a young Mediterranean lad. You're just peach fuzz. And you certainly don't have the bod that you need to get through life, right? That bod seems like impossibly far away, as it would to if when you're this like innocuous tube, you know, with this little smiley face here. You don't want to be an innocuous tube. You, as this innocuous tube, you're gonna get the shit beaten out of you by whatever these are supposed to be. These mobile lichens here who came very close, if you noticed, to destroying me just now. You think this is going to be your life forever? Are you going to reconcile yourself to being beaten up by whatever the fuck that is forever? Or are you going to try eating a red crystal? Eh? This is what media is for. It shows, this is what like, and you may have heard the word aspirational. Ah, look at that. I'm just burning through them. Media shows you what you can be. That parade of Beefcake on Tumblr is not just about the public celebration of libido in a way that can be transformative because it's not normative. You know, for some reason, open displays of lust function differently when you're on a different side of the, you know, socio-political spectrum. It becomes a revolutionary act rather than a reductive one at that point. It's not just about that. Oh, God, I caught that glimpse, and now it's being taken away from me. What am I going to do? The Beefcake parade showed me that there might be another way to live. And so I'm going to open my evolution menu. I've been dutifully eating all these critters. I'm going to buy myself a new pair of jaws. Yeah. I look meaner already, don't I? Look at that. I mean, I'm not as fast as that eel, or as strong, or as, you know, or as long-lived. I'm still not as healthy. But just from this basic investment of time, effort, and destruction, I got teeth. I'm gonna melt through these jabronis. Whoops, shit. I'm actually going to just get back in this cave. Absolutely meant to do that. I was just gathering my thoughts. I'm gonna head over here. Yeah. You think that's important? You think that'll help in the long run? You fucking eel? You think so? I was intimidated by you before. You're nothing to me now. Get over here. I'm gonna eat ya. I'm gonna eat ya. I'm gonna eat ya all. I'm gonna keep eating, and I'm gonna keep eating until I get to Eden. Then yeah. But anyway, so we've been given a glimpse of an aspirational point, which has led us to question our own svelte fishness. Even though our own svelte fishness, you know, from at that point, even though we weren't very, you know, good at killing people, we were, you know, we made sense visually a little bit more than we do now. Oh, these guys are running away from us. Now I need to take this new body that I have out into the world and, you know, interact with it. But all these people are running away from me because I didn't develop social skills. What am I going to do? What am I going to do indeed? You could, you know, develop a winning personality. Or you could whip out that old handbook. Oh yeah, look how dazzled they are by my no less than 2 but no more than 4 items of idiosyncratic personal apparel. Oh man, I'm gonna neg these fishes to death. Oh, wait a minute. Did I accidentally? I gotta get you all in one bite or else you'll divine what I'm going after here. Whoop! Hang on. Hello. Progress. But as I was saying, we have been shown how inadequate we are. We have been shown the, you know, maybe grotesque on the face of it, changes that we can make to ourselves. But the point is to keep eating, right? Keep consuming and to keep overcoming our opponents. Because, you know, you can be an herbivore. You can just go down here and eat these possibly sentient and possibly not urshents. I mean, there are definitely, like, you know, mollusks in this game that can speak to you. So I don't know what that is about. Oh god, this guy is too strong. Jesus, he's scary. Look at him. Ah! I'm gonna die. I don't want to die. I need to become stronger. Jesus, why did I even come in this cave in the first place? No. No. No, leave me alone. Well, this will not do. Yeah, I barely put a dent in him. There must be a way around this. There we go. Jellyfish to eat. After you get beaten up by the skull bully, you can always go and find some poor chump that is weaker than you to beat up. This is what is called kicking down, I believe, in the trade. And certainly how it was for me. Oh no! Slain! Bullied to death. She will keep it a secret from her father, the son. I'm not... Okay, we're not going to get into the cosmology here. The sort of the reverse Catholic, you know, getting to Eden thing. We're not going to crutch it. There are a bunch of Xenicides in this cave, all right? There are a bunch of, like, prehistoric genuses that have been translated from Latin into Japanese into English via a series of incompatible phonetic alphabets. And we really have to do something about that. And I just don't think that I have the jaw power, particularly since that defeat sent me back in the way that it does, you know, to take them out all at once. So what the hell am I going to do about that? Well, I mean, I could evolve. It'll kind of ruin my slim line, and you know, I do have this thing dangling off my nose, but at least the rest of my parts kind of fit with each other. Oh, no. Don't bite me. Ow. Gotta get past this guy somehow. Ooh. Yeah? Check this out. How you like me now, boy? Sure, it's not the same color as the rest of me and doesn't really make sense with how I think of myself. I mean, that's a shark's fin, and I'm not a shark. But it sure did make it easier to show that guy what was what. I no longer have to be the contemptible weakling that picks on nerds that are weaker even than I am. I can hold my own in polite society. I was one of those kids, you know, in school. I was bullied, as you are when you're like me. And, you know, you can probably tell why that would be if you're a person like me. That you can get bullied. You know, it's kind of full of shit, you know. And people can tell, children particularly, with that sixth sense that children have. They can tell when you're full of shit. And so, like, I was persona non grata, put it that way. Which is yet another reason that I would be bullied, that I would put it that way, if you see what I mean. Yeah, no, can't afford the best tail yet. Only the best. There's no point in not getting the best thing. Give me a tackle fin, sure. It doesn't fit with whatever the rest of them going on, but oh, there we go. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with gas. Look at that. Anyway, yeah, so I was bullied as a kid. And, you know, what do you deal with? How do you deal with that when you're, like, unable to find the words to put the bullies in their place because they're not going to understand anything that you say to them? Well, you identify those who are worse off yet than you, and you make their lives miserable At least that's what you do if you're me. Maybe some others don't do that. Oh, no, 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 no! Not strong enough. Just not strong enough. I need to eat more. I need to bulk up more. I need to go back. I need to not skip leg day. I need to get back in there and become the sort of person who is so physically imposing that no one will ever dare to make fun of me ever again. So that I can stop picking on these fucking scrubs. To make myself feel better, you know? Alright, fucker. We need a better body if we're going to survive that volcanic exodus. And that means grinding. Dull, repetitive task, which I should know all about, you know? You don't run it on a treadmill for, you know, however long because it's interesting to do so. Ooh. A bonus. That is a sign from above that I need to be doing something else. Gonna wait on it, though. Ow. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to die again. Not now, not when I'm so close. Yeah, you don't grind because it's fun. I mean, there may be a certain, like, or you know, maybe it is fun for you, but it's not interesting. We'll put it that way, right? You know, it's in the reward. It's looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, holy shit. Look at that tail. Look at that guy. I want more. There's still more yet to be done here. I can be the kind of guy that I saw on TV. Ooh. Getting completely beaten up by this trilobite was really not a great way to ensure my survival in this next bit, though. Ow. God damn it, trilobite. Maybe I'm fast enough now, though. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. From hell's heart, I stabbed the... Oh, no, no, no. Ugh. You don't. Oh, so we come out the other side. What was I talking about? I was talking about how when I was a kid, I used to pick on those who were, you know, weaker than I, and like there's a definite point at which you learn that that's a possibility, right? I mean, sort of having had shit done to you, you first of all you think about why. I mean, and the why becomes pretty clear pretty quickly, is that it feels good to be more powerful. It feels good to have control, because there's nothing worse than being out of control. And I think that even when you're very young, you can sort of get the picture there that being in control therefore is good, and therefore being in control of other people is going to be even better. And then you learn that there are people who you can control. You learn that your whatever intelligence that you have can be used in manipulative ways. And it's just like, you know, putting the pieces together. It's like, why not feel good? Why not be powerful? The sort of the idea that, you know, that maybe improving the system for everybody involved so that nobody else has to go through that. I mean, that's clearly an idea that was made up by weak people, right? Because the only folks who would want to destroy the system whereby the most powerful people got to do whatever they wanted are those people who are never going to be able to be powerful. And, you know, I don't want to think of myself that way. It's like I've got, you know, I'm a fairly big person. I'm tall. I got, you know, a solid musculoskeletal structure. And that's what counts, ultimately. I mean, I'm never going to be, like, one of history's handsomest individuals, but, you know, and I'm never going to be, like, you know, fit in that way. But, you know, there's at least a way in which you can, you know, ensure that some degree of physical and mental intimidation can take place. And so you're going to have a sense of that power. You're going to have a sense of a pathway to being able to control and manipulate all the people around you. And if you have that potential in your grasp, Why would I think to question this system? Because, my god, these things are delicious. Oh, what do you want? Seaweed. The seaweed. Even the seaweed are conscious. The Strolites, those goddamn altruists, are attempting to create a new world using oxygen. They're having trouble because the sharks are keeping them down, eh? Well, I think that what the sharks are doing is an incomplete conception of social Darwinism, right? The sharks rule. The sharks are, you know, the ones who are the bosses of this world because they're the ones who are the physically strongest, right? But they are short-sighted because they then want to stop the world from changing so that they will remain the strongest forever. And a true social Darwinist wouldn't see it that way. A true social Darwinist would be like, well, I am fundamentally in favor of that which will replace me, right? I'm okay with being the link in the chain. Make me bigger, please. Because if strength is in fact the most important thing, if strength is the source of right, then what we must worship is a larger strength. And that is the strength to come. That is the perfectibility of man. The Ubermensch at the end of history, where Gaia waits in Eden, and we're gonna, like, frolic in the nude. I hope I'm vaguely human-shaped by that point, because it's gonna be really awkward otherwise, but, you know, even my, like, really kind of funky-looking malformed fish self here can appreciate the potential. So these sharks, you know, in stopping the land world from being flooded with oxygen, somehow I'm still not clear on like what particular police state tactics they're using to make the Strolites not bubble up their oxygen somehow. The leader in the cave can hear them plotting because they're all stuck to the ground right outside his cave. As police states go, it's not maybe the most complicated in the world, but, you know, still, the fun, you know, you get the fundamentals here. It's like these guys. Ooh. Here's the ultimate fish, in case you're wondering. This is as strong as you get as a fish. You're a real looker, aren't you? This is what you wanted, isn't it? This is what you wanted to see. You wanted those, like, 15-inch biceps that you couldn't get a shirt on over. This is why you went on the juice. This is why you bought that shit off the internet. That's why you ate all those people. This? Just so you can go and beat up a fish that's even bigger than you are? Well, that's a very straightforward approach. And ow. 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 Ow! Jesus. There we go. God, jammy fuck. Ooh. That did not go well. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and, yeah, you know, maybe my 15-inch biceps aren't really cutting it. Maybe I should have done probably some flexibility training, and, you know, maybe if I was a little zippier, probably maybe the smaller body would just, like, get a little tactical advantage as opposed to the whole, you know, being just, like, immediately chewed to pieces bit. But if at first you don't succeed, as they say, you know, just go through the cave as quickly as possible, get spiked, doesn't matter, I'm armored, and just, you know, repetition is the source of meaning. Just, yeah, sharks is fine, we're not bothering. We've already hit the peak of the potential for this, which is why we need to embark on a transformative, like, you know, libertarian paradise state, and oh god, hold him to his ideology. That's the thing. He thinks that just because he's the biggest and the strongest, he can beat anything. Well, I say let us put that to the test. The next time a libertarian sits you down and tells you that everything would be, you know, perfect if there was no government interference, the next time, you know, somebody starts talking about how they were the ones who are going to survive the zombie apocalypse, I suggest you punch them in the face. Because if they're... And this is how you test their willingness to live in their ideology, Jesus! Oh. Come here, dude. Come here. There we go. Baited, mate. Yeah. Because if they are real libertarians, if they genuinely believe in what they believe, they won't call the police. They'll let you just solve the problem one-on-one. There you go. All I had to do was shove you into a wall and keep biting you, and then you turn into sushi. There must be a lesson there, but the nature of it escapes me at the moment. But yeah, I mean, just fucking hammer on a libertarian. Because if they try to bring in a higher authority to stop you, they aren't real libertarians at all. And as the police are carting off, you can be like, I have detected the flaw in your organizing principles, and you are a fucking waste. Hey! My stronger commitment to the ideology of perfectionism has given me these stubby little legs. And now the next lesson. The fish age lasted about 2 billion years. As it ended, it gave way to the beginning of a new world, one filled with oxygen. It is called the Land Age. The strolites and plants have already begun living here to prepare a better place for those who choose to follow. Here is a present for surviving the fish age. It is the body of an amphibian with lungs so that you can breathe, and you may also move about the ground freely. And so take away all of this stuff that I have worked on and give me this? This is what I was working for? This is the next level? I have to start at the bottom again? God. No wonder he didn't want the world to change. I'm starting to feel sympathy for the shark. Well. Maybe he and I weren't so unalike after all. I'll have to think about that, but first I gotta go do some reps. Because I'm feeling a little, you know, chubbly in my tubbly, you know, I'm feeling a little loose. I got some pudding here, which I should probably go take care of. See y'all next time.